Welcome back to my channel. Uh, this is where we think together. This is where we put our thinking caps on. This is where we race along with a lot of issues with this life. And this is where we face the reality as it comes and as it appears to us in the day-to-day life, in the past, in the present. And we hope, since it is a series, still in the future, if we make it today, we might not be messed up in the future. And therefore, I welcome you with open heart, and I believe that we are gonna race along together. We try to figure out these challenging issues of this life, and some issues that many people don't like to look into. But we believe that it is God who have given us the power and the dominion, and also given us the free will to use our minds. And that is why I often say, and I repeat whenever I get any single opportunity, that I am not all-knowing. I'm looking forward to hear maybe a different perspective. But so far so good. I cannot complain. I can say we are racing along well. I really thank everyone who is watching this and who is looking forward to be a change, or rather to be an ambassador of change to you and me, and to our friends, and to our fellows, to our relatives, and even far much to our future generation. This is because we are living in a world where everybody, and I mean it, everybody, is thinking of their own self. And those who claim to think about others, definitely what they are looking from others is to benefit in one way or the other. But what if we involve our minds in thinking through the talks that are being used, including in churches, in mosques, in public sectors, in politics, in economics? What if we take these perspectives and be absolute, about them? Let us be. I understand this is a relativistic worldview, but what if we try to navigate with the absolutes for once? I believe it may be somehow difficult, but at the same time, we used to believe that we are gonna do this and we are gonna make our futures better. It's something that I often am happy with. When I look at the Bible, it is one of the books in a religion called Christianity. But when I look at its exclusivity, I'm very happy about it. The reason I often say that is because any world religion is valid. Any world religion is valid. And the people who says it better, they say that religions are fundamentally different but superficially similar. The religions are fundamentally different but superficially similar. So they have that fundamental difference, but again superficially, or they have a superficial similarity. Now, I often had people putting it in a wrong way, fundamental similarity and superficial different. No, that's not true. It is fundamentally different and superficially similar. The reason I often say that is, if a worldview or a religion is guiding you to answering the four questions of life, the question of origin, meaning, morality, and destiny, corresponding to truth and coherent to the worldview, then that is the only true religion, and that is what we should deal with. Because unfortunately, even if we try to deny, maybe by what we are brought up, by the religions we found ourselves in, the fact remains that we all want to know the meaning of life. We all want to know what is wrong and right. We all want to know what will happen to us when we die, and we also want to know where did we come from. And I am surprised to say here, and I'm afraid to say, that it is only Judeo-world Christian worldview that offers these four questions corresponding to truth and coherent to the worldview. That it gives the answers to those questions. And therefore, if you look at all the other historic, you will see the exclusivity in the Bible, and furthermore in the person of Jesus Christ. But I often say this: if we often say, whatever problems that comes our way, and we say, let's leave it to God. Let's leave it to God. Then when will we involve ourselves? Remember, God created us and gave us minds, so we need to involve ourselves too. And when is that chance coming along? If we will not grab it right now and race along with our minds, as we also don't forget that we are here because of that Maker who created us. Today I wanted to talk about a very, very essential topic. I know it's very sensitive. I understand it's very delicate. It's a very delicate manner. But all the same, I want to say we're gonna see the end of this. I often say whatever we are doing here is a series, and not unless we go to the last episode. We may argue at this first point, but we may at the end come maybe to some agreement, maybe a couple of years later. We don't know, but we believe that despite the fact that we might be having a difference in terms of thinking, let us not hate each other. Let us not dislike each other. Let's say, you know what, you have your own opinion, I have my own opinion. We are gonna think through this together until we figure the right answers. Okay, so I often say that to open this platform so that you don't feel downlooked, you don't feel that you're not taken seriously, you don't feel like you're taken in some corner and taken there and be left there. Hell no, I don't want that happen to me. Neither do I want it to happen to anybody else. And therefore, I want to say with all due respect that we are going to talk about these matters, and I'm really opening this platform for anyone who might be having an issue with it. Now, and this is the matter. As far as Christianity is concerned, and when I talk of Christianity, I'm from Kenya. I'm a Kenyan. If you know some small history of Kenya, over 80% of the people in Kenya are Christians. So you definitely have to understand it's a Christianity, or rather a Christian country. But I want to say this, from the experience I have so far. The experience is very weird because most people grow with it, including myself, not until some kind of moment we come and think ourselves beyond what we were taught or beyond what we were brought up thinking, and we come to find out the truth about it. I want to talk about this. I don't want to expand this so much because I know it may bring some confusion to some chaos to some, maybe for those who don't understand what exactly is going on. But this is what I'm trying to say. Now, there is this matter of the work of God. The work of God. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this word is very, very familiar to you and popularized so much to you, the work of God. Now, I will first ask a rhetorical question because I'm not expecting any answer. But is it true that the work of God is when you give offerings to church, it's when you involve yourself in the church project, it's when you buy a church something, it's when you help a pastor in the church, it's when you do some things to the church? Now, that's a weird question, and maybe right now if you are watching, you might be triggered to ask, what is this person trying to say? This is my point. Get me clearly. We serve in the church, and we love the church, and we often feel so comfortable to be in church. I remember oftentimes I go to the church I love. I minister with the church of BCG, if you know, Berean Christian Gospel Church in Laikipia County, particularly in Kinamba. Of course, there is another one in a place called Karandi, another one in Gatero, and the branches are expanding, we thank God. So I'm a church member, I'm a church person. I love the church. I truly feel like I want to have my whole life in the church. It's a very good place, decent place. I thank God to have met with very good people, including my reverend and our mom and the members. So loving people who are genuine, people who you may like to spend all the time with them. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you a question. Who say that whenever you are trying to talk about the work of God, you are talking about offering in churches. Think about that for a moment. And when you don't, those who claim that it is the work of God will even start kind of, I don't know whether we should call it a threat, but you know what, you're not involving in the work of God, so God may not bless you. Now, I'm not trying to protect those who don't offer the offerings and tithes. That is not my point, and that's why I often say, please understand me well. All I'm trying to say is that we must support the church very well in every project that it has. If you are capable and God has blessed you, please do it. But that doesn't mean that that is the all work of God, or rather the only work of God. You think I'm doing the work of God because I can be in a church, clean the seats. You think I'm doing the work of God because there is some project in the church, I have done it. You think you're doing the work of God because you're probably doing playing some instrument in a church. Do you think that's all it takes to do the work of God? I often ask you a question, and this is to Christians because I have seen this problem with Christians. Do you really read the scriptures? Do you see the examples of the Jesus who you claim to follow as far as Christianity is concerned? Think about what the work of God is. I will not expound on that, but I wanted to make a clear platform to you and me that the work of God is not only in the church. And that's why you see many people are very holy and very righteous when in the church, but when they get out there, they are like, oh my God, they can just mess up anyhowly, and even you wonder, what's going on? I saw this guy in church yesterday. I saw this guy in church another day. What's going on? So the work of God created Adam and Eve, and the first place He took them was in His own place, not in a church. Think about that for a moment. I'm just raising this issue because I believe so many people are closed and their minds are so, glued to that I have something that we are doing on a Sunday, the next Sunday I have, the other Sunday I have, and you think that's all what you are supposed to work toward to? Ladies and gentlemen, let's open up our minds. Supporting the church is absolutely right. However, it is not the only work you can do to claim to be working as the work of God. Think about helping the needy. Think about guiding the lost. Think about teaching those who are poor in terms of word. Think about holding people together. Think about settling disputes. Think about going somewhere by yourself and you help someone you feel, this one needs a certain help from me. That is the work of God. That is the work of God. Now, when you again come to the church and it becomes an addition, another work of God. But I'm afraid to say that many people are mistaken to think that when you work so fully towards the projects in the church and everything that is going on to the church, you have the work of God done. I'm really trying to make this clear to you because I don't want you to make it, or rather to see it in just one dimension. You might say, then Paul is saying now offering in churches is not the work of God. Hell no. You want to say, Paul is saying that giving towards the church project is not the work of God. I did not say that. All I say is not the all about the work of God. Work of God is so great. The business you're doing as far as you're exchanging services and products, it is the work of God. Okay? Because unfortunately, even if I had my money right now and I have no goods to buy, I'll stay with my money. It won't help me. If I needed something to literally consume, eat, maybe I cannot eat the money. So the work of God is so diverse and so pervasive that it's all over, within us, between us, around us. But that doesn't mean that you only take one dimension of this and misunderstand me. Working towards the church project, it's very good. In fact, we would like it because everyone would like wherever you're going to worship to be a good place, to be a nice place, the one you would like to. That doesn't mean that that is the whole work of God. Now, that's when you have just done that, you're not complete. You're waiting for, the whole of the reward. Well, you may be rewarded because I'm not the judge of all, but I'm trying to make a clearance here that that is not the all work of God. I believe I'm clear there. In addition to that, I want also to say this. Oh my goodness, and this is so sensitive, and I think I'm very sorry to say this to you. I have seen many people who, when they want to help, they come out publicly, they claim, you know what, I want to help this person, or rather, I help him or her, and I want to do this to them. We're gonna do this together, and all that stuff. I say to you, regarding the fact that the cost of truth is huge, and the conviction with compassion is indispensable. When you help someone, please let it be within you. Let it be within you. If you need total blessings, now there are those who are not looking for blessings. You can go on and advertise yourself. Yeah, you can go on and publicize yourself. I don't have a problem with that, because it is not everybody who looks for a blessing. I often say that even if I'm talking all about these words, I believe that there are those people who still be hardened in their heart, just like Pharaoh was. And that is not a surprise to me. There are those who are created so that they can be burnt in hell. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to meet them in this world. In fact, maybe we are together with them wherever I am, wherever I go. So I'm not surprised by you disagreeing with me. But please, if you are capable of helping someone, don't go telling others. If you are capable, right? Maybe you're not. Maybe you feel like, if I have to help this person, I have to say, it's okay, maybe. I don't have a problem with that, because I'm not the judge. I'm just giving a directive, a sincere opinion that if you follow it, you'll not get lost. Let me tell you something. It feels so good. Maybe you have never tried. Actually, go and try today or another day. And it feels so good when you help someone and you don't say it to anyone or any other person, not even to himself or to herself who you have just helped. It feels so good within you, and you feel like there is an urge, because there is that small spirit that you want to be known, right? There is that spirit, of course, that it comes so often whenever you help. But now, if you conquer it and you don't say it to people, you become a person with an urge, because you cannot talk it out. You don't want to talk it out. So you'll be having an urge to help more. Now, God will provide because you have an urge to help more. What am I trying to say? What do I mean by God will provide? For those who say publicly, do I mean that God doesn't provide? No, He do. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Do your research. I've already done mine. I believe those who come out publicly, they got money, they help you, and you're good and you feel so okay. But to them, you leave a burden. a big burden that not a human who can take out from that. Okay? It is taken like, because they have already taken their reward from people by being appreciated, or rather being told, you know what, you have done very good, and he appreciated so much and applauded and loved by many. They developed some of the things, or rather some of the things that I may not mention right now, and they don't end well. Ending well does not mean dying well. Now, in your progress with life, it may not be good. It may not be well. You know, I think I often talks about so many people and so many things, and it may bring chaos if you don't understand me. Because now, as far as this moment is concerned, what I'm trying to say is, if you show off, that doesn't mean that later you'll not be given money by God, or you'll not be given whatever you have been giving out. It will happen, yes, but you will have a hollow in your maybe health, in your family health, in your soul, within your heart, and within your mind. You'll not be sober anymore. You won't be sober. You'll be having a lot to fathom. And imagine, solution is so small and so open that anyone can just grab it. When you help, don't go tell the public. When you help, tell God, you see what? God has sent me to help this person, and I've helped him. Work your ways. Alright? Let us be that. Don't help someone and then you call us. You know what? I gave so and so these kind of things. Hey, you know what? I believe you're getting what I'm trying to say. That is so weird. So weird. So today I want to wind up by saying two things. Working in church is not the all work of God. And helping should be personal. And I don't have any problem with those who do contrary to those two things I've just said. Because I'm not the judge of all. That is an opinion from the guidelines from the Bible. I understand it's not all of us who follow the Bible well and good. Because I also believe that the judge of all sees all, and he knows what to reward to whom. Because unfortunately, I also don't know even my reward today. I don't know it. So ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, I believe that we are going to be good people. We are going to be the people who will be of sound mind, healthy and mental wellness in terms of thinking. Let us not judge whatever I say in a negative perspective. Let us think and rethink about it. God bless you as you move on with this life, as you purpose to do what is right. Not what is your right, but what is actually right. Thank you.